The closed for traffic Khreshchatyk Street, thousands of spectators, festive orchestra and soldiers lined up in a column. In Kyiv, everything was prepared for the festive parade and celebration of the 30th anniversary of Ukraine's independence. Guests of honor are coming to the Maidan. Presidents of Estonia, Lithuania, Poland, Latvia, the ecumenical patriarch Bartholomew. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy arrives at 10 o'clock in the morning. The national flag is raised over the Maidan. The celebrations begin with the speech of the President of Ukraine. Volodymyr Zelenskyy emphasizes that Ukraine is a young 30-year-old state with a 1,000-year history and culture, and stresses that we are not visitors here. We are a young family from the famous dynasty of Kyiv Ukraine.
After all, our history and our state are unique. Our constitution is 25 years old, but our another constitution is 311 years old. Written by Philip Orlik, it is finally at home and everyone can see it in St. Sophia Cathedral, built more than 1,000 years ago. Our currency, hryvnia, is a quarter of a century old and it depicts in particular Prince Volodymyr. But our hryvnia is more than a millennium old. It existed under Prince Volodymyr. Our trident was approved in the Constitution of Ukraine 25 years ago, and our trident was embossed on the plinth bricks of the tiled church 1,025 years ago.
Volodymyr Zelenskyy has also introduced a new holiday, the Day of Ukrainian Statehood, signing a decree. After the president delivered the speech, the solemn part begins. It started with a theatrical performance. According to the director's idea, it shows the most significant and tragic pages of our 1,000-year history. A little girl who passes through scenes of historical events from the founding of Kyiv on Rus to the present day plays Ukraine. The performance leaves no one indifferent. The column begins to move, and blue and yellow flag is carried along the Khreshchatyk Street. The first in the column are veterans of the anti-terrorist operation and the operation of the joint forces. Behind them are cadets of a military school, representatives of all branches of the armed forces, tankers, pilots, sailors, signalmen, special forces servicemen and others. The parade was attended by servicemen of partner countries and allies of Ukraine. These are the United Kingdom, Georgia, Denmark, Estonia, Canada, Latvia, Lithuania, Moldova, Slovakia, Finland, the Czech Republic, Sweden and the United States. Aircraft fly in the sky over Khreshchatyk Street, modern helicopters and planes, fighters, bombers, transport and rescue aircrafts. The column is closed by the largest plane in the world, Antonov 225 Mriya. Military equipment and modern weapons appear on Khreshchatyk. Among them are the latest developments in the defense industry: armored personnel carriers, infantry fighting vehicles, 2 tanks, Bulat and Oplot, Bastion and Vilha missile systems, as well as Neptune cruise missiles. The parade on Khreshchatyk is closed by a group of MiG-29 fighters drawing a Ukrainian flag in the sky over Kyiv. At the end of the parade in the center of Kyiv, the action is transferred to the Dnipro River. For the first time in the years of independence, a river parade of military and border boats was held there. Police, rescuers, civil boats and yachts followed the Dnipro, being accompanied by ships and aircraft. The spectators were also shown the work of special troops on water and land, an operation to rescue a burning boat. Ukrainians were also impressed with the landing of airborne troops by water and air.
Very cool, very interesting. I remember parachuting as well as shooting. It was very interesting. I was struck that events are shown not only on land but also on water on the Dnipro River. It's impressive and exciting. I think that all citizens today have something to be proud of.
More than 5,000 military men from Ukraine and abroad, about 100 aircraft and 400 units of military equipment and weapons took part in the celebrations, dedicated to the 30th anniversary of Ukraine's independence. Reported by Vadim Kramer, Inna Kosinska, Valery Bakus and Vlada Tsurkan, UATV News.